Here he is, he's come up for his breakfast. So this morning he's had some oats. I just scattered a few little bits out. And then there was a little mouse came out from the bushes there, just on the left of him. You can hear the kettle coming to the boil in the background. On this beautiful Tuesday morning. So I cleaned the stove out this morning before I lit it. So there's quite a nice draw on the chimney now. But once every couple of months, I suppose, I clean out the entire stove. So that means taking off all the tops, sweeping down all the soot, and then you can get out the soot from a little drawer down there in the oven, because it's a kind of a wraparound chimney space. So, but I've got a few little repairs I've got to do, like up there on that pipe. Oh, it's never ending. Lots and lots of work, but all enjoyable, and all going to make a comfortable and safe home. So I'm still waiting patiently for the kettle to boil to make my coffee. Well, I suppose one would think that everything is fairly static in a woodland. You know, the trees don't move. Actually, the trees move all the time, and they're growing upwards and outwards and sometimes inwards. It's an amazing space. A woodland is an amazing space. And I go with the flow here in this woodland. And for the past few years I've been walking around this path here, that path there, and then swinging round behind me through the beautiful curtain of ivy onwards on this path. And each time that I've passed this little point where I have a tree, two trees and a shrub planted together, which I did in the early days to give me a little bit more shelter from the prevailing winds, which were in the main coming from the west. This has turned into such a beautiful little dry spot, and it's slightly raised now because this beautiful Scots pine rising right up there has lifted the ground. The roots have gone down and expanded the earth and made this beautiful little dry spot. So I thought, what a great place to bring one of the benches from the tunnel down. So that's what I've done. I've just moved this bench using my little trolley down to this spot. And this is another sort of portal in that I can come down here now every morning and sit, and this is my view. I'm looking through the curtains of ivy which hang from that beautiful goat willow. Now you can hear noise in the background, but that is the Sitka spruce forest being decimated. Harvested. Each tree will be sold. So there's harvesting going on. Of course it means taking down the entire forest and leaving a landscape akin to something that would be there after an atomic bomb has been dropped. So as a sort of an act of defiance, I'm sat on this little bench with my back to the destruction and looking forwards along this beautiful little path into a sacred woodland. Well, I'm still sitting on the bench and the sun has come out and it's just shining in that beautiful midwinter way down through the woodland, and the light is very soft and there's some birds singing in the background. I think I've chosen a very good spot to be able to sit and enjoy the sights and the sounds and the smells of a woodland garden. A very sacred space. A very harmonious space. And you know, I think that gardening at its best should be harmonious, should bring harmony to you and harmony to Mother Earth. And that beautiful word harmony, when you think of it, harmony, to live in harmony is wonderful. Blessings to you all, my friends. I'm going to take a dander back up to the cottage and make a cup of mint tea and get on with my work. Oh, and upload this little video. That's something else. Just to say, I was thinking about sharing, you know, and what I do and the word share. And it brings me a lot of joy at this moment in time to share more often than what I normally do. I think I share about once a week. I used to share about 3 or 4 times a week here on YouTube. Of course I share every day on the other social media platforms, but yeah, I think just to be able to share is very healing. Blessings to you all.